So today we are going to talk about major and minor key signature. Major and minor key signatures is what we'll be discussing today. And I've already said that key signatures are a series of either sharp or flat placed immediately after the clef, at the beginning of the step, immediately after the clef, to tell you the tonic of the music, to tell you which, and also to tell you the notes that needs to be raised or flattened by semitones. I'm trying to use a very simple English to make you understand what key signature is all about. Now, today also we are going to talk about the relative minor of the major key signatures, because in music you can see songs in minor keys, you can see songs in major keys, so you have to understand the tonic of each of those key. Okay, and today I'm going to try to use both the Solfa notation, the alphabetical notations, and the step notation to illustrate key signature and make us really understand. Okay, first let's start with the key of C major. So the key of C major is also known as the natural key because it consists of no flat nor sharp sign. Now, key of C. Now, since we've already talked about the ledger line, and I hope you now understand what ledger line is. This is middle C. So key of C consists of this. I'm trying to break everything down today, and after today, everybody will understand what is key signature and identify it. Now, the key of C major consists of this note. Now, the note you're seeing here is C, D, E, F, G, A, B, and back to C. Okay. Now this is the key of signature C key. Now this is the key of C major. Now key of C major has neither sharp nor flat, because if there is, it would have been placed at the beginning here. And now since it's called key of C, you now know that C is the tonic. Okay, I'm also going to talk about the technical names for each of these intervals, okay, because it's very important you understand it, so that when we'll be talking about what is the dominant of this, you won't be confused. Okay, now key of C has C, D, E, F, G, A, and B, and C, right? Okay, these are the alphabet. And then in Solfa notation, key of C consists of Do, Re, Mi, Fa, Sol, La, Ti. This do now becomes the octave. This is what I said we are going to talk about the technical names too, so that you understand all this thing has technical degree names. Okay, now why is it directly like this? You see, in the key of C there is no sharp signs added here or at the beginning to show so note is sharp or so note is flattened. Okay, so I'm going to do like 5 keys, and then you're going to do other keys as an assignment for me. Music is 30% theory, 70% practical for beginners. Okay, except when you're ready to advance your theory understanding. But for a beginner, 70% practical, 30% theory. So you're going to do another assignment at the end of this class for me. Okay, now this is key of C major. we'll talk about the relative minor of this C major, but then before that, let's try key of G major and F major. Then we talk about the relative minors. Okay, all right, so we go. So always pray for the donor of this board. God bless him abundantly. Okay, so as I've already said that key signature are sharps or flat signs placed at the beginning after the clef to indicate which note will be raised or flattened. And in this one, let me use bass clef so that we can also begin to familiarize ourselves with the bass clef. Okay, so this is G major. Now G major has one sharp. How do we know that G major has one sharp? See it here. And where is the sharp placed? This is line 1, 2, 3. The sharp is placed on 5th line of the treble clef, and then on bass clef 4th line. It's not about the line. Now the sharp is placed on F. So that means once you see this, it now means that at any point you see F throughout this key, that F is going to be raised by a semitone. Now let me explain what sharp means and what flat means. Now this is sharp sign. This sharp means raised by a semitone. You raise the note by a semitone. Now this is flat sign, which means you reduce a note by a semitone. Now we have double flat. Now these double flats are always as accidentals. It cannot be on this key signature, which now means that you reduce a note by a tone. Now semitone means one, while a tone means two semitones. Two semitones makes a tone. While double sharp means rest a note by a tone. So for instance, if you were on C, okay, if you were on C and then you see this sharp, now instead of playing normal C, you're going to play C sharp. Or maybe if you see flat, instead of playing normal C, you're going to play flat. I think this is going to be the next topic that we are going to treat, accidentals and chromatic notes. That's what we'll do in our next topic. Okay, then double sharp, instead of playing C, you see a double sharp, that means you're going to play D. So all these things you have to understand, but don't worry, gradually, I've already promised you, gradually there's nothing that will stop you from understanding music with me. I promise you that. While double flat, instead of playing C, you now play B flat. Okay, all right, so why do you play B flat? That B flat means C double flat. Then instead of playing normal flat, instead of C, you now play C flat, which is B, and harmonic. Okay, don't worry, we are going there. Now let's explain this G. Now in the key of G, we have, let me use another type of note. Now in music rule, especially when you're writing a melody lines, or when your music is melodic in nature, that is, does not have second parts for the treble or for the upper voice and no second part, you have to follow the rule of, after the third line your stem should face down. Okay, so we have here okay, now this is the key of G major. This G major now, because of its name, what is, you hear G. Now, how do you know it's G? Because one sharp is placed here. This one sharp represents two key signatures, one in a major and one in a minor. I'm trying to explain the major. I'll move into the minor. Still, it's still going to be here. I'll move into the minor. Okay, now this is G. How do you know it's G? Because G has one sharp and the sharp is placed on F. Now, so that means this note now is still going to be, key of G comprises of G, please take note of this, G, A, B, C, D, E, F, and G. Now, this is the key of G. This is F sharp. You see, instead of plain normal F, it's F sharp. Why? Because of this sign, sharp sign. So that means in the whole of that music, anywhere you see F sharp, listen to key of G, and now listen when you don't add the F sharp, how it's going to sound. You hear now, it's balanced. Now, if you mistakenly not understand and then you play normal, natural F instead of F sharp, here how it's going to sound. Can you hear now that it's not balanced? So that's the function of key signature. It helps you to know throughout the music which note is going to be rest or flatten. Okay, that's the work of key signature. And this is now still the I hope you're getting something. I want to see, because if you don't understand the major keys, minor keys is going to give us stress. Please, this is while I'm taking it step by step. Okay, now key that has one flat is F major. F major has one flat, and that flat is placed on where? B. So that means in the whole of music that you see on F major, anywhere you see B, you're not going to play B natural, but you're going to play B flat. Okay, you understand now? So that's the function of the key signature. So now we are going to write it out together, and we are also going to talk about the relative minor of F major and how to find that. Okay, because we are still going to use this space. Still going to use this other space. Okay, now F major consists of, I'm going to begin on this F. F, G, A, B, C, D, E, and F, which now has F, G, A, this is B flat, then C, D, E, and F, which will give you do, re, fa, sol, la, ti, and do. Now this is an octave higher. Okay, so let's try one more key before we talk about the relative minors of this key and how to find them, and then we also talked about the technical names. Okay, so I'm going to pick a key of 3 sharps. Okay, so this is it. Okay. Okay, so I have F, C, and G, sharp, C sharp. So which key has 3 sharps? Which key has 3 sharps? Who can tell us? A major has 3 sharps. Okay, so now this is key A major, which will have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Now let me use these 3 sharps to explain what maybe another way now. Now the first sharp here is F sharp, right? This is F sharp. So that's why anywhere you see F, the note is going to be F sharp. The next sharp is C sharp. So which makes it anywhere you see C, you're going to play C sharp. And the next note is G sharp. So anywhere you have G is going to be G sharp. You see, these are the 3 sharps. This one flat, this one sharp. Then you've now fixed the rest of the note, which is A, B, D, E, and A. Okay, now this is the key of A major. Now the key of A major, A is the tonic. Okay, now I hope you're gradually understanding something. So these were what I meant by those key signatures. This is A, 3 sharps. And where are the sharps? The sharps are F, C sharp, and G sharp. Those are where the sharps are placed. This is A. You see, in the tonic solver, it's still the same. But in staff notation, it's different. So you can see the difference now. The solver notation, everything is always do, re, mi, fa, sol, la, ti, do. But when you get to the solver, the alphabets change. The alphabets not the same. So if you don't understand the key signatures and everything, transcribing it will be a problem. Because you may not know which note is this, which key is this, and which key is this. Okay, so I said we are also going to talk about the relative minor of these keys. And after explaining this relative, your assignment is going to be for you to do this in other keys. Out of the 15, we are doing 4, so you're going to do the remaining 11. Okay, I may likely add one more. Let me add one more on flat series. Let me add one more. Okay, let me use bass clef. Okay, let me do A flat. Now A flat has 4 flats. So now this is A flat, which will be A flat, B flat, C, D flat, E flat, F, G, and A. Now this is A flat consists of, this is A flat, B flat, this is C, D flat, E flat, F, G, and A flat again. This is the key of A flat, which is Do, Re, Mi, Fa, Sol, La, Ti, Do. Okay, I'm going to talk about the relative minors of this key, but we are going to consider the natural minor and then the harmonic minor. But the relative minor is the tonic are same in relative minor, only that the numbers of tones and semitones changes. All right, so we start with C. In the key of C major, the relative minor of C is A minor. A minor. Okay, let's talk about the technical degrees first, the technical names first. Maybe it's going to help us to in finding where the degree of each of these is. Okay, now let's talk about the technical names. Okay, we have 1, 2, 3, 4. Technical names are same. This is degree 1, 2, 3. So this is what I'm numbering here. 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. Same thing here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. Can you see up to this point? Okay, that's fine. Now, degree 1 is always Do, right? We have Re, Mi, Fa, Sol, La, Ti, and not the difference between this and this. This is moderate Do, and this is an octave. Now, the technical names are Do is always the tonic in minor key. Please take note. These are in major key. Sorry. In major key, Do is always the tonic. Re is called super tonic. Mi is called mediant. Fa is called subdominant. So is called dominant. That is degree 5 is called dominant. Degree 6 is called submediant. Degree 7 is called leading notes, leading tone, leading note, subtonic, anyone. And degree 8 is called an octave. So this octave, you can see octave higher, octave below, and octave. Okay, so that means this place is the tonic, degree 1. This is supertonic, this is mediant, this is subdominant, this is dominant, this is submediant, this is leading tone, and this is octave. Okay, because this is what we use to find your minor key. All right, so after this, now let's first start with the key of C. What is the relative minor of C major, and how do you find it? I've heard some people saying the minor key is the starts on the 6th degree. No, the minor key is always on minor key. La is always the tonic. In major key, do is the tonic. So both of them has their own tonic. There's nothing like saying in degree 6 now become the tonic. No, tonic is degree 1 in either minor or major. All right, the relative minor of C major is A minor. Now, how do we find the relative minor of a key? You count the 6th degree of every major key becomes the tonic of a minor key. Let me explain again. The 6th degree of a major key now becomes the tonic of the relative minor of that key. Now, what is the 6th degree of C major? The 6th degree of C major is A. So now this A, in this same key signature, music can also be written as A minor. Now, if it is written as A minor, that means I will need to clean this board to illustrate this better. If music is written as A minor, now this is what would happen. So that you see the difference. Where should I clean? Can we see to the downside? Let's check. Okay, so this is, we want to write now on A minor. A minor is a key that has neither flat nor sharp sign at the beginning, just like C major. Now, this is C major, and this is the 6th degree of C major. So this note now becomes the tonic in a minor key. So now this is A minor. Now A minor consists of, you're going to see the difference now. We are working on natural minor now. I hope you can see. So this is A minor scale. Now A minor consists of, this note now is not going to be called do, because in major key, do is the tonic. Please listen. In minor key, la becomes the tonic. In major key, do is the degree 1. In minor key, now let me write the same thing. In minor key, take note of this, please. Okay, let me bring the camera on. So I said in major key, do is the tonic. In minor key, la is the tonic. So these are the degree names, technical names in major key. Now these are the technical names in minor key. Please take note of this. La, ti, do, re, mi, fa, sol, la. In major key it was do, re, mi, fa, sol, la. Now in major key it was in minor key it is la, ti, do, re, mi, fa, sol, la, sol, la, mi, re, do, ti, la. La, ti, do, re, mi, fa, sol, la, sol, la, mi, re, do, ti, la. La, ti, do, re, mi, fa, sol, la, sol, la, mi, re, do, ti, la. La, ti, do, re, mi, fa, sol, la, sol, la, mi, re, do, ti, la. That's minor key. So now la becomes the tonic. So see it here. This la now, because let's take time and study this. La now becomes tonic. This one now becomes supertonic. Can you see now? T becomes supertonic, but in major key T was leading note. Do now becomes median, 3rd degree. Re now becomes subdominant. Mi now becomes the dominant, that's degree 5. Can you see the difference? Then this one now becomes sub-mediant, degree 6, Fa. And this one now becomes the leading note. And this one now becomes the octave. Can you see the difference between, this is minor key. This is for minor and this is for major, the technical names. Can you see the difference? Should we continue? Say right on. This is tonic do in major, tonic la in minor. Re supertonic in major, Ti supertonic in minor. Mi in mediant, Do in minor. That's major. Fa is the subdominant in major. Re is the subdominant in minor. So is the dominant in major. Mi is the dominant in minor. La is the submediant in major. Fa becomes the submediant in minor. Ti is the leading note in major. So is the leading note in minor. Do is the octave in major. La is the octave in minor. Do we understand? Alright, so now let's go back to our A minor scale. Okay, so now you see, since from what I've just explained, when we call A minor, please listen now. Okay, let me explain this. When we say A major, A becomes Do. When we say A minor, A becomes La. If we say C major once we say C major, C becomes Do. Once we say C minor, C becomes La. Same thing with other keys, like if we say G minor, G becomes La. If we say G major, G becomes Do. In major, Do is the tonic. In minor, La is the tonic. I hope we are getting what I'm explaining. Okay, so now we continue. This is A minor. So I already explained now A minor, A now becomes La. And what is the relative major of A minor? The answer is C major. You see, A minor has neither sharp nor flat. C major has neither sharp nor flat. So these two keys relate. Okay. So this one now will be La. Okay, let me use A. Will now be A, B, C, D, E, F, G, and back to A, which will now be La, Ti, Do, Re, Mi, Fa, Sol, La. Can you now see? So which one? This one will be the tonic, supertonic, mediant, subdominant, dominant, submediant, leading note, and octave. Then we also have, anyway, we are going the numerals, the Roman numerals that we normally use, but that's story for another day. Now we've explained the relative minor of C major, that it is A minor. Now let's explain the relative minor of G major, because you're going to do other 11 keys for me. Okay, now G major. What's the relative minor of G major from what I've just explained? I'm giving you 5 seconds. If you say E minor, you're correct. Now, this is the 6th degree, right? So we say that to find the relative minor from a major key, you check what the 6th degree is. So it's the 6th degree that will now becomes the tonic in the relative minor of that major key. So now what's the 6th degree of G? It's E. So E now becomes the relative minor of G major. So now E becomes E minor. Okay, so I've already explained this, so that means I can clean this so that we use it for our for E minor. We are done with C major, right? So we have, let's see, this is in the key of G. G is the tonic. In the key of E minor is the tonic, and both of them has one sharp. So E minor has one sharp, G major has one sharp. The only difference between the both sharp is the tonic. This one, the tonic in G major, the tonic is G. In E minor, the tonic is E. So now in the scale of E minor, we have E, so these are going to be E, F sharp, G, A, B, C, D, and E. Now can you see G now becomes the median, the third degree. So this is going to be La, Ti, Do, Re, Mi, Fa, Sol, La. Can you see the difference between these two keys? The G and E minor. Both has one sharp, but different tonics movement. So now G major is going to sound like, now hear the difference. G major is while E minor is so can you now hear the difference? Okay, so that is how it is. Now let's try out. Okay, let's try F minor, and then after F we do A. Okay, so so this is key of F, which has one flat, right? Now key of F has one flat because F is the tonic. Now what can you tell me what will be the relative minor of F major from all this explanation, if you understand? Now the relative minor of F major is going to be from the 6th degree. So this is the 6th degree. So D minor becomes the relative minor of F major, and thus this is going to be the scale of D minor. So the scale of D minor is going to be D now becomes the tonic. Let me use the below D. So it's going to be, so this means you should go and study. If you're still wondering what I'm doing here, you have to go and study your ledger lines again. Okay? No? D, E, F, G, A, B, O, C, and D. So a space below the first ledger line in best clef is D. So we have D, E, F. Now, sorry, the one flat. D minor has one flat. So D, E, let me write capital letter. D, E, F, G, A, B flat, C, and D. which is going to be La, Ti, Do, Re, Mi, Fa, Sol, La. La, Ti, Do, Re, Mi, Fa, Sol, La. Well, this one was Do, Re, Mi, Fa, Sol, La, Ti, Do. You see, both has one flat placed on B. Here B flat was the 4th degree, but here B flat is the 6th degree. This is the key of D minor. Okay, this is E minor, and this is G major. This is F major, and this is D minor. After watching this lesson, just ask for my account number, because this thing I'm giving you, even me, I feel so proud of myself that I'm giving you out this for free. So just ask for my account number. Let me cool down my body. You get it? Okay, so D, E, F, G, A, B flat, C, and D. So this is D minor and F major. Can you see the difference? So now if someone should ask you, what is the difference between F major and D minor? I hope you can tell. Same key signatures, different tonics. Or F major and F minor, you can tell both has same tonic but different key signature. We are going there anyway. Okay, we have done with this. Let's do one more. I may likely not do B flat. I will add this to your assignment. Or A flat. This is A flat major. And this is A major. Oh, this is even good. Now, can you see the difference between A flat major and A major? A flat, 4 flat, A major, 3 sharps. I did not even notice this, but can you see the difference now? Same letter names, but different key signatures, different accidental, different everything. So I'm going to do one more. Let me do this A flat major, and then you're going to do I think I can use this press for that. Let's check if this press can be enough for us. Oh, God bless the giver of this board, because he forget our CP. B flat, E flat, A flat, and D flat. So now let's figure out what is the relative minor of A flat major. Can you tell me? 5 seconds. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I've gotten it right. Now, the relative minor of F flat major, let's do it together. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So we say we find it from the 6th degree of the major. So what's the 6th degree? F. So that means the relative minor of F flat major is going to be F minor. Thank God, that's great. Thank God we have F major and we will have F minor. That's going to be a perfect explanation of what I was asking you before. Okay, so F, we have F, G, A, B flat, C, D, E, and F. So we have here F, right? G, A flat, B flat, C, D flat, E flat, and back to F. Okay, which is going to be La, Ti, Do, Re, Mi, Fa, Sol, La. Everything we are doing today is natural minor. We'll do melodic and harmonic minors as we progress. Maybe that will be later. Now, this is F minor. This is F minor. In F minor, F is the tonic. So we have La, Ti, Do, Re, Mi, Fa, Sol, La. Please note the Solfa pronunciation. Tonic is very important because you are not going to be telling me E, F, G. So study the degree of each and the Solfa interpretation of them. So F minor, La, Ti, Do, Re, Mi, Fa, Sol, La. La in octave. Okay. So now, create the difference between F flat major and F minor. Now, another thing, can you see the difference between F minor and F major? In F major, F is Do. In F minor, F is La. This is a perfect question because if you really want to get certificate after this, you have so many questions to answer. I won't ask you out of context. I will ask you from what I've been teaching you. So, if I should now ask you what is the difference between F major and F minor. Okay, now if I should ask you what's the difference between key of F major and key of F minor, you're going to tell me perfectly that in the key of F major has one sharp and F is the tonic. And in the key of F minor has 4 flats and F is the tonic, and the tonic in minor is La, while the tonic in major is Do. So generally, and to make it sound professionally, you can tell me that the difference between key of F major and F minor is that they share the same tonic name but different key signatures. This one has 4 flats while this one has 1 flat. I hope you understand. Now, this is where we are going to stop for today, and your feedback is going to tell me if I should revisit this again or if we should keep going. And I really want to encourage you to take your time and study this. You're just so lucky. All right, so enjoy yourself.